Struggling with these sort of slower rounds, even if they were getting their entries in. So with the low buy, they go diving into the side.
So Lotus is buying by NAVI another day in the
I mean, that's no surprises. It's been their insta-ban all throughout this stage. Have moved away from the deadlock, so Westside is now going to be jumping onto that Viper.
A Champions event over in Los Angeles. Early fight for Alexic, a man that we'll be talking a lot about as this series goes on. We don't get to see why here, but the rest of the squad is there to clean up when it's in his hands. But he's coming into this with a Ghost and 4 Tangos to drop. This is a tough play for anyone.
Yeah, already Paranoia was still available as well, so NAVI are going to be most comfortable on. It's actually map number 3. I think Ascent has been one of their best maps for an incredibly long time. Looked very good as of recent. I'd say that Haven is a complete unknown.
Hacking it periodically, he's going to get the info, but it's so costly. Great shot delivered on the other side. On 10 HP now, he cannot defend that position. And it's Ruxic to run through an easy fight. 1 shot to the body regardless of what weapon he goes for. The Outlaw might make this a little more difficult. Never mind, he gets his first and another followed up on with the Ghost. NAVI, they're making this really good, and it's all on Ruxic.
Favorable position for almost every single one of those fights, but somehow has managed to make it look good. And my hero should be able to execute Ara.
You know, it's difficult though playing up against someone like Ruxic. Remember, NAVI have had a lot of closer games, a lot of tough matchups, and this man has delivered almost every step of the way. He's leading right now in every statistic that he should be.
Not going to get back into the buy rounds. Early utility being expended. The start though is solid once again. This aggressive fight has not worked out for the side of GX after a huge win off the pistols, but, well, I was going to say Cloud at least gives them a little bit of hope. The remaining 2 players going through the TP, that is all the information that NAVI could ever need. Even the Paranoia sent through, but Cloud again has managed to find another. He's trying to drag his team through this round, but look at the HP.
Late lurking on the KO. And he's finding value. 3 kills is 3 kills. That's what Angel said earlier, and GX looked to make a stop to it here. They've got ults to work with. They've not got much to work with anymore. That is an immediate shutdown. This looks like an eco. It's a full buy round, Tom. And NAVI have just cut through the A side. You know, GX are slow to start, but they'll get a foothold eventually, right? Saved 2 weapons. They've still got ults to fall back on, but this was so damn quick.
Oh, it's literally a blink and you miss it. Like, hero gets an opener. That's actually a lot more filthy than I imagined it would be. So once again, 2 players ready and waiting. Westside, well, you mentioned the headshot percentage. Yeah, I don't even think he connected there. Nightfall already utilized. Alexic's trying to sneak his way around the back, and both players have been revealed. They know exactly where they are. It's Ara, though, that strikes first.
Yeah, Showstopper gets hero. Ara quickly coming through the teleporter to help out on this side. He's going to keep control over Bathroom. But now knowing that there's 3 players here, they might decide to go back, but that is not Angel style. Go teleporter and plant on the other, and the decision's already made. They're committing. It's the wrong call from what we can see, but maybe they hope some players have left or to bait them out into a fight while the plant's going down. It's exactly what they've done. Angel, he was left in a tough situation, going 6-2. Still in the lead.
Yeah, well, also just looking back at that foot game that was played by GX, it was that defensive side that they really struggled. It was a 0-6. Utility could be pivotal here. He's still got himself the C's available. The Haunt maybe needed to come back online. They're actually going to be denied positioning. They're locked out of the site right now and just waiting on the timing to try and get back in, but that plant has only just started to be defused. They're a little bit late to the party, and back through Ruxic goes. He needs to get in there soon, and he's going to take it anyway! Perfectly timed on both occasions. He may have had the operator
just in time to save the round.
Almost feels like it's playing into Navi's hands. They have a lot of util for clearing these aggressive angles. That was nice, but again,
as already, they've lost Long and Elbow. Alexic spotted them up top. The optimal far behind. I feel like there was a little disconnect there. Alexic going in before the Paranoia had been shot. Ruxic was going to swing it. Now there's a bit of danger too with Angel isolated, being pushed on, and Knights come out. There is definitely a chance for this to spiral out of control as fights are not being won cleanly by NAVI. But time ticking. A 2 versus 2, Cloud super low, and now the last one standing, rifle on the ground. That was Westside carrying it.
Majority of their ults having the Nightfall, the null command available, and even a Viper's Pit for the post-bomb. The Showstopper. immediately used to take space. There's only one defender here. It's westside. Okay, he's gone unchecked and he's done well. Even hits the dink, leaving Ruxic a little lower. Xiao trying to defend from the Xiao's position being retaken, but it's Grabinho to come out on top. Alexic aggressive, but the Boombot hasn't connected onto him at all. It's gone past him, and now he's even going to take further space, but Cloud is aware. Keeps their advantage in their favor.
No extra space for Ruxic. And in comes the Cosmic Divide. Now problems start to brew. Knife goes deep. Don't think it caught them. They can... Well, they could flash through. They don't have any left on Flickless. Ruxic's walked in. Had to confirm they weren't defusing. It comes at a heavy cost indeed. Now Angel, he's going to go for the knife on Diffuser. Fails it. And, well, they've got a few brandished back towards him. I said I've been very impressed by the entire roster.
Read from NAVI here is good. They've got 3 players on the right side of the map, already timing things on the cross. They are not getting past Xiao. He has been on a tear, and if you get past Xiao, you're still going to deal with Ruxic.
Ego duel between Angel and Xiao to see who can top frag by the time it's done. Maybe to see who can find the most anti-eco kills, but for Xiao, that's not what these were.
Out of it, that knife every single time finding the push.
Oh, hero.
That's 2 rounds in a row. The last to spam through the box. This time, just straight spam through the smoke. Even if he gets a showstopper, he won't be able to use it. That timing's not the best, though. And Xiao's actually also desperately low.
Yeah, that might just be a way back through. Angel's over aggression, coming back to bite them like that Prowler was. Cloud straight onto Xiao. Might force an unusual plant position, but they're going to fight into lamps, and now GX, you talked about the light at the end of the tunnel with lamps secured. It looks like they may well have at least another round on the board. It's Ruxic and Hero, though. 2 players you can't underestimate. They're lined up, sure, but that means there's 3 weapons lined up on him.
There shouldn't be any way he gets out of that one, and Cloud is going to make sure that there isn't a chance in defense. Left a lot to be desired. Alexic almost with an opener and actually able to retreat, but it's a bit of a bait. Trying to pull them into position. The nade even helping defend, trying to bait the TP, but Ara has managed at least to bring one back.
Shrouded step play into. Angel's got to fight. Showstopper active and shut down immediately. Hell, if you want to fight your way back in, GX, you're starting to convince me this is looking better round by round, but it's Angel they have to get past. He's holding on to control the lamps. He's not over peaking. It's a rarity. Jot it down. And a plant can now come through, but with Ara down, Flickless wants to fight, and that is his undoing. 13-5, NAVI with a dominant showing.
They are playing double controller. They're not going for the double initiator. But man, you could have just put Angel on Omen and Xiao on Recon.
Quite managed to claim that accolade, but there's always another map.
How's he alive?
He somehow avoided being sent to the afterlife. He's alive inside that poison orb, but not for long.
This is such a powerful crossfire to have when there's no paranoia to put through on the other side. Grabinho already will kick things off on the cross, and these remaining 2, they should just get shut down relatively easy.
Itself and the advantage that we drum on about it bringing, but best foot forward. If NAVI were to come in and start stringing together rounds, it's deja vu. You're already looking at map 1 all over again.
Good job, guys.
Whether this is a full C-long play, but he gets back. Not into the corner, though. Sticks around for the info. It ends up costing him his life. Nice angle taken by Hero, but only good for the 1. Alexic there to trade him out at least, and a 3v3 ensues with rifles in their hands and 40 seconds. No real fallback for GX now. They're too deep into the site. They'll lose at least 1 more with Westside down. This is looking done.
Few moments there where I think like the drone didn't clear Hero. That's why he was able to get into that corner with relative ease, but then being hit in this initial fight and then still being able to sort of reposition and get the pick at the end.
Miserable.
They're going to pick up the pace. You can already see straight down short goes Ara. Angel already under pressure. The TP to the back of the site as well. They are really looking to try and just do this as quickly as possible. Great start from Ara as well. That'll be the ultimate online.
This will be a 1-pronged attack. Back into the site for NAVI, and in the smokes, a pre-fire comes out. That's devastating. They knew that they were gearing up on the other side, and GX strike early. West side, we've talked about him! 3-2, the lead's not going anywhere.
I really like the pace change. They were struggling with these sort of slower rounds, even if they were getting their entries in. So with the low buy, they go diving into the site. They have the TP out of Grabinho to sort of take away some of that heaven control.
Control over A, push down on C, take space elsewhere. This could quickly be discounted by the fact that GX are going to give them the info. taken B, we've planted, and now the post plant in mid, given up for free. They're going to have a lot of utility coming their way. There'll be flashes, there'll be big swings with lots of numbers behind them, and a narrow alleyway on that defuse to deny, but they're losing the fight. Xiao's still alive, he can pop a smoke. And they've got a little bit more space to start this defuse, to put the pressure on. That's exactly what they do. It's tapped already. These players need to swing wide to confirm it's not being defused, and that battle is exactly what NAVI are looking for. It's more than half, and the AWP rings out, but no! The shot's not landed! It's gonna come desperately close! All push comes to shove, it's the C side under threat, reveal back sight. That shows them a lot, but Ruxic able to find one, able to find three, in fact! The Spectre up against the full buy. Round is won by Westside. He just wants to find some space, save that weapon, and maybe backstab someone looking to save late. Round two.
Give me the... Okay, so he's here, he's stunned. They know he's in this corner, and somehow he's just jiggle-peeking with that Spectre. This makes no sense what he's able to achieve. But that's why I think everybody who's been watching EMEA this year has become a huge fan.
Insane, bro.
Data. We haven't got any from stage 2 at least. Xiao might go unchecked. He has.
He definitely has. I had plenty of time to cast an eye, but I'm not sure it would have made much of a difference. Flood to fill the gaps now left on long. I love this. This is all a fake from GX, and it is working wonders. There are 3 players now, not on the verge of the A site, not outside it. They have fully crossed the border. They're in there. This map is wide open now for the taking.
Careful.
Lexix caught one though, and another goes to Hero. Now this has gone from a very good position with all the control in the world to a battle they're not likely to win. Cloud alone, everyone running it down towards him, and NAVI, they get their 5th.
When it just doesn't feel that way, but NAVI have managed to sort of scrape the rounds together. Aggressive from Grabinho. Surely has to check the angle. Doesn't check the angle, and it's Ruxic on the other side. Honestly, it couldn't be anyone worse.
Play, but it's worked out. Ara been so good thus far on this map. Cloud's found one. This is winnable. Ara needs to hold his ground. They're all pushing him down, and Ara's the wrong man to take a fight up against today.
Incredible performance. His 18th kill. Come on, 4 that really could change the landscape of this match.
Enemy remaining.
Well, it already has. You know, you see a player like him putting up numbers like he is, and then you look at the scoreline.
Nice. Give it to Ara. Give it to Ara.
Already getting aggressive, but the Outlaw in play, it's not the only one. Still one on Ruxic, and it's now on the floor. Ara has shut down that attempt.
And it will make it weaker for their opponents in the next.
Nice shot, Ara! Both barrels are deadly. Grabinho's got the perfect position, a 50-50 of if Hero even checks the correct angle. Oh, baited him out, but it's not going to be enough.
They want to make sure that they get back on now, and they're going directly into this C site.
Utility, some already destroyed. They know West Side's towards the garage, but back side's under Navi's control. Xiao battling for it with a lot of success. The reveal there, beautiful from Angel, and it leaves nowhere to hide.
4 on the other half as well. And for NAVI, that's exactly what they've done in this round.
Here you see reveal pops. Get the information on one. Quick adjustment by Xiao, and Ruxic clears out that corner. From this point, the round's already lost. Catching that in 3rd person. Always appreciate you. And Ara, here we go. He might have been shut down in the previous, but that's because they shot him through a smoke. When he can see you, it's a different fight. At least here on Haven, he's drawing the eyes as Grabinho sneaks up behind for the triple.
We'll peek into him, but again, the economy of GX is not exactly thriving. They're not going to want to give too much away, and in fact, they give nothing away. Number 3 of Ascent.
Again, opening fight, wonderful. But it's from there, it's the fallback, it's the distraction that leaves Angel and Ruxic out of the round.
Nice, boys. Nice fight. Groovy. Insane call, Breton. I like it.
The rest of the players, well, obviously there has been that stun put through already. Oh, this could be big. 2 players connected onto, and they are just getting slaughtered. Blink and you miss it.
Find that with just all-out aggression. By the time that Hunter's Fury is being popped, you already have Ara in their spawn. And he is certainly making use of that position. We're not going to fall for that again. Exactly. It is a ranked play.
In the information of one, Grabinho is being spammed onto, but looks to go further, aggressive again in a sneaky corner, but it is only trades. That's not bad from NAVI. An upgrade onto the weaponry, but Xiao is, well, on his last legs.
Yeah, and already we've seen Flickless retake this position, so on backside you've got one of Cloud, but, oh, hold on, the surprise isn't actually there! It's Cloud that is the surprise with a 3-piece, it's closed out, 13-8 in favor of GX. They really struggled to get it started on Vine, but now they've bought themselves a lifeline, a third and final map in this series.
Let's jump over to Ascend, the last map for today. Let's stuff this over to Mitchman and Tombiz.
Of GX. He's going to reward them with 3 players towards the site that's being hit.
Grabinho in the smoke. They're looking to go around the world, put the pressure instead onto Ara. He did it very well in their prior pistols, but will be eliminated. Flickless tries to save the day, but he's been punished. Grabinho does well. Allows for the rotation. They're just trying to quickly move their way back into the site. Westside has already managed another. That time is ticking and Cloud's done well. They need to get that planted. Xiao, last man standing, and there really isn't a safe space to try and get this in. The swing from both angles. GX recover and will take home another pistol.
In halftime, it was hard to imagine that it was an even game, with the exception of those 2 rounds gifted to GX because of the pistol and follow-up. With all that considered, oh, this is definitely the best way for GX to start. Look at this from Ara. Deep in mid, flash goes over. He doesn't see anyone though. This could work out perfectly for Hero. He's got more to contend with though, more than he bargained for, that's for sure. But the rest of NAVI come in to fill those gaps.
Pretty, he's taken this aggressive position in towards B main, low on HP, just hoping for one, and he'll find it. That gives the time for the rotation of Flickless. Only a pistol in hand, looking for a timing instead. He's going to risk it through the smoke. He is, and he wins it. An uncharacteristic miss from Ruxic. That now leaves Alexic alone. You mentioned him as a highlight. He needs to deliver.
Oh, that flash is brutal. They know where he is, and there's no safe space on that backside. Another round for GX, the timing. But NAVI, it's not the first time we've seen them be ahead of the play. This time, they will very easily deal with that push coming out of Ara. ERX certainly not working to start with, and maybe not to finish either. Xiao somehow gotten out of this with 3.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of teams now start to adapt to play that early anti-flash. Grabinho has run back out through the smoke, though. This means that the flank is going to be ready and waiting. It's going to be the run through. Xiao, that's huge. And now looking to try and play for the ace. He's had a brilliant round, but he's spammed out by Groovy! It's going to take down both! Anything you could do, he could do better. And what was looking like a first round for NAVI ends with a 5-0 for GX.
Another goes to Xiao. He clears out deep mid then, gets them to rotate, embeds for this deep play into AF. And I mean, Xiao did everything to recover on these disadvantages. And for Grabinho to be the one closing this out, after he already found one through smoke, he caught the rotate through, wall bangs Xiao, and then finishes off Angel.
The work he's doing, Ara's reposition. Bear in mind, some of the players on the other side are yet to get a kill, but Xiao. But it's the second they've looked to execute that NAVI have been shaky. There's Ruxic's first kill. Normally a safe pair of hands. He goes for more. No, he's just going to wait in the smoke and catches Flickless as well.
Yeah, but Grabinho is the third pusher. The aggressor coming behind them. They've heard it. They've heard the drop. Being watched by Hero and easily dealt with. Westside, we talked you up. The headshot percentage leading the...
What did you say? Something about headshot percentage?
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Can we get an action replay of the side of GX? You can understand why. They are 6-0. Yeah, something about the headshot. A bit of a pace change off the back of the null command.
Good amount of space taken. All those trips gone. Let's see what Westside can do with just the rifle in his hands. Cloud certainly good to hold the cross, but they can get Angel right back into the game, and they will do with Hero finding the double. That will not be trades. Instead, it will be a 5v3 reset with GX having to fight their way back through, and the AWP in the hands of Xiao.
This round has to be a done deal. If NAVI are going to have any chance of turning this around, but Ara has already managed to make things interesting.
No charges left.
That smoke will begin to fade around main, but Ara's caught another. Alexic, though, is there to at least give them their second. Defaulty rounds have not been working out for them. Cloud, though, maybe an itchy trigger finger is going to use the ult. And, well, Alexic tried to react.
25 seconds on the clock. Navi need to push in. They need to claim space now. 20 on the clock. It's time to move, and there it is. West side down. That's their trigger. The retake already attempted, but Xiao was waiting by. They only need a clear cloud from the back of the side, but that proves to be a difficult task. 8 seconds. Xiao's on a sliver of health, and they have got no time and no players left. I don't know how he got away with that.
Yeah, it's just the same problems. They get into those late round scenarios, this time looking close again, but it is the individuals that, when we were talking about that first map, we were saying it almost looked like a firefight that was only ever going one way. Well, beats them. Well, that's another easy fight for Ara, as Alexic is gone.
Yeah, we had the questions about Ara and Alexic, but I'll tell you what, one player
Spike down mid.
certainly delivering in the moments when they need is Ara. For Navi, it looks like not many have shown up. It's been a great series for Xiao so far, though. It's still a 2v4, and look at the position of Flickless. He's just managed to thread the needle deep onto short. A flash sends Xiao backwards. Now mid is there for GX. Sure, Flickless, the one that can be isolated. The other three, though. Actually, Westside, you're a little far out there. Oh, no, they're going one by one, and that made me very worried.
Oh, for sure. Like, it seems like they don't believe they can miss a shot at this point, and in a lot of cases, that has been true. His battle for mid was decimation, and it was only really Xiao in the 1v4.
Last map in this for GX. 5 players spotted. Well, they're certainly not flying under the radar, but they're also not fleeing. Oh, that's very
awkward. It's got the same as the last half.
That's very awkward indeed.
Ruxic definitely doesn't seem to be lacking any confidence. He also now try and rotate hero. This is an unorthodox position that definitely won't be expected by Grabinho. If there was ever a way back in, an in-zone flawless in the pistol round, give them that post plant. Early flash, there goes the Hunter's Fury. They have been caught by their own util, but as said, this is the space that they wanted.
Across, he was jumping across the smoke and Grabinho! Oh, he's just made it out of that nade. 9 HP,
Ooh.
A spam from Angel almost catches him. Flickless onto Xiao, numbers thinning as the attackers come up in most fights. Grabinho's still in heaven, and he will be dropped, leaving it all onto Ara, but this man has performed in so many of the big rounds for GX, and this a chance to put them on the home stretch, to decimate Navi, and he's got the first! The follow-up is there too!
Yeah, that might just be the nail in the coffin. We were saying that it can be a slog to grind out these attack side rounds, but that Red Bull clutch is exactly what they needed from Ara. He's maybe not had the craziest of games, but I like this. Oh, a pause called, and you just want to pick up the pace. End this quickly, move as a unit. You're up against a weaker purchase, but a purchase of sorts.
When you're staring down the barrel of a 12-5, 7 consecutive rounds, when the most they've had is, what, 2? Bladestorm fired at the shots through the smoke. They found it. Okay, this is now looking winnable. I don't know why I'm having to pay attention. I thought it would be just a few picks, but now the Diffuse already tapped, draws them into the open. Ruxic drops Ara. Diffuse needs to be stuck, though. He just has to drop the Diffuser, and that's exactly what Grabinho does.
Their lifeline is fading. And well, in this round at least, do have themselves the better of the buys. I love the bait. Ara just willing to sell himself for that additional trade. And once again, they have this A-side post-plant with an advantage.
Oh, that's disgusting, too. Ara threading the needle. He'll be shut down eventually, but the work has been done. And it should be enough. They know where Xiao is already. Over to the rifle, Alexic dash online. He needs this opener for them to have a chance, and he gets it. Even gets out cleanly. Repositions for the fight on Flickless. It's beautiful from Alexic, but much more is asked of him. He has to hold the line as the Diffuse is underway. And it's Alexic who can walk out of this round with his head held high. Xiao's going to be revealed, but he's safe behind the wall. The problem is he's not safe from Ara, who's going to jump through the trap to take that pick. Eats the stun. Hero under pressure now, but he's got backup.
They're going the other way. They're going the other way.
They've ran into the op. They've taken Alexic down. It's the Bladestorm again to draw blood. Now the A site's open for business. Oh,
he's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Risky play, and it will not pay off. Ara's found a third with the Bladestorm, and this one is done.
It is a pay save card, Thrifty, that will end it for the side of GX, and a dominant final map to take it home.